What is happening, fishers?
How's it, guys?
Dino from Untraceable Fishing here tonight once again with Jared from Bullmore Fishing Tackle, and welcome to Tackle Tuesday.
Welcome to Tackle Tuesdays.
Anyway, guys, it's a big thank you to each and every one of you that do follow the Tackle Tuesday series and all of Untraceable's video documentary on YouTube. We really appreciate every single one of your guys' views. It really goes a long way, guys. Keep watching. Hopefully we can teach you something. So anyway, over the last couple of weeks, we pretty much ran through reel size choices and rod size choices.
Yeah.
So I hope that was knowledgeable to some of you guys and showed you guys one or two things that we like to go. So tonight, we pretty much, you've got your reel, you've got your rod. What is the next step, guys? So a tackle bag. So anyway, guys, there's obviously different types of bags. So what we're going to do tonight is just run through some of the basic things you need to get yourself fishing. You can be like me. I will run looking like Robocop sometimes. I know Jared's a league fisherman.
We pretty much carry everything.
Everything, but you don't always need 55 items in your fishing bag, guys. So we're going to run through what I call the essential items, the things that like bare minimum, what you actually need to have a nice day's fishing and be covered for all the aspects of it. And you can build up from there, guys. So obviously, number one, Jared, what do we have?
So this would be the Teza tackle bag. So this is one option, basically like a backpack version.
Nice waterproof to keep your stuff nice and dry.
Waterproof. Keep it as neat as what you can, almost like your smaller type of a bag. And then
give us another option there, Jared.
Your second option for some guys would be the H-frame. For me, this is a preferred option because I can put my cooler box and everything on top, and I like the layout of this for packing everything neatly in.
100%.
I believe you fish with these as well.
Too, guys, but there's a lot of guys that still like the good old soft bag. And there are times I will take my soft bag out if I'm running down for a couple of shad or some bronze bream.
Put like 5 sinkers in, a small packet of traces, and you're ready to go.
Okay, happy days. I'm just going to push this H-frame out the way, guys. We've got limited space. And then Jared's going to put the backpack on, and we're going to do some shopping and see what we can put in that backpack. Zip open there and pop them on. Okay, guys, first and foremost, fishing attire. I'm not saying it needs a fashion show and you need to look all fancy and stuff, but it is nice to look good sometimes. But I think the number one thing, guys, especially the rock and surf guys out there, is a decent pair of footwear, guys. I think if you don't have a decent pair of footwear,
yeah, you can have issues on the bricks.
Yeah, you're going to be dangerous. You're going to start slipping, hitting your ankles to pieces and things like that, guys. So there are a lot of different options out there. Some guys use the nice, like, what you call it?
The wetsuit
surf shoes.
Yes.
So what we're going to do tonight is pretty much run things that like Jared and I would use. Yeah. Not saying there are other options available. So for me, there's nothing better than a good pair of gumboots, guys.
100%.
You agree with me there?
No,
okay.
They have to have them.
Okay, so we're not going to put those in the bag because those are going to feed, guys. So look at a nice pair of, there's a lot of different brands out there. Good set of gumboots, guys, non-slip. It's going to save your ankles from the rocks and barnacles and all things like that. And then, of course, guys, with the weather like it is nowadays, good hat. Make sure you have a sun hat.
You definitely need it for the protection, especially fishing that early morning hours as the sun comes up.
It comes up straight onto your face as we're on the Eastern Cape.
Can be a killer.
Okay, guys, and then last but not least, third item attire-wise is a good waterproof jacket, guys. You get different rated waterproof jackets. I think just a nice little splash jacket in case there's a bit of spray coming off the sea or gentle rain.
The spray, a little bit of a gentle rain, and also that light wind, almost like a windbreaker effort. Also, as you said, that early morning fishing, just as the sun comes up, you get a little bit of chilly from that spray. You want something to keep warm. There's nothing worse than being cold and wet and still trying to concentrate on fishing.
100%. So guys, Assassin make a beautiful range. There's lots of other manufacturers out there. This is one of their light splash jackets. They do have their single yoke and double yoke if you're looking for something a bit more hardcore when you're going to be getting a bit more wet. But check out Assassin's range of splash jackets or any of your preferred brands, guys. So that almost takes care of attire-wise, guys. So we're starting to move on to like sort of equipment, but still something you wear. I think a bucket is key, guys. Without a bucket, fishing is not fun. I'm sure you've had those days when you forgot your bucket at home.
Oh, I've had them recently. Trust me. Yeah. It's not something you want to have happen.
So look at a nice bucket, guys. You can obviously look for a lightweight version like this. If you're doing some lighter fishing, and obviously if you're chasing some heavier fish and some big non-eds, something with a bit more padding.
The heavier tackle stuff.
Yeah. And then last but not least, guys, if you are going to be doing night fishing and stuff like that, make sure you invest in a good headlight, guys. There are options available from 200 Rand up to a good couple of $1,000. I found LED lenses, yes, they are a bit more on the expensive side, but quality-wise, I don't think you can go...
You can't really beat them at the moment.
You can't really beat them at the moment, guys. Fully waterproof. So have a look at a headlight. something that puts out at least 600 lumens upwards, guys. If you're going to do some night fishing, I think it's good. Lead lenser or your preferred brand. So that takes care of what to wear when we're going fishing, guys. Now we're going to move on to tools, knives. So Jared, you're going to put your backpack on and we're going to start filling you up here, bud. Okay, so I think tool number one, guys, the most important tool number one is a good knife, guys. I like to carry 2 knives with me. I know it sounds a bit weird. You're carrying too many things. How many times have I either broken a knife getting some rock bait or lost a knife out my hand collecting bait? So having a secondary knife is key. And then also I like to have a short stubby knife for cutting rock bait and bait collecting. And a more of a
cockles and saddlebacks and stuff.
A more of a delicate knife for bait presentation and things like that, guys. So when we are talking shorter, stubby, stronger knives, okay, that one's got a bit of a cable tie on it, but it's fine. Rapala or Rapala, however you prefer to pronounce it, where you are in the world. A nice short stubby knife, guys, sharp stubby knife. Not too much flex in the blade.
I believe in those.
Yeah, it's a good little knife. So there are a lot of options when it comes to knives, guys. Nice sharp knife is key. Sensation make a nice, sorry guys, these things are all shop ready here. I don't want to cut Jared's face off. Just give me a second here, please bear with me.
Don't need a murder scene here.
Yeah, we got all the tools we need here. Sensation make a beautiful, beautiful knife, guys, at a very reasonable price. Super sharp. Beautiful knife. It's great knife for bait presentation and filleting a fish, should you choose to keep a fish. And then there are some more premium brands out in the market too, guys. If you really want the best of the best money can buy, have a look at Dexter.
Oh, the deep sea guys swear by them. They reckon they cut through copper bones and everything.
Yeah.
One of the best on the market at the moment.
Hands down, one of the best knives. Obviously, Mustard makes some good knives, guys. And then my favorite knife, which I think is quite reasonably priced, probably looking at about 200 Rand, Tramontini, guys. They hold the edge beautifully and they can sharpen well too. So my choice of knife would be a Tramontini, something like that. Beautiful for bait presentation and things like that, and stays super sharp, guys. So keep your knives nice and clean, keep them sharp, and it will help you a lot. Always remember, a blunt knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife. I promise you'll have more accidents with a blunt knife. And Jared, what else are we going to move on to? What else do you like in your... Oh, we need to throw a knife in. So let's
throw the knife in.
Guys. Our knives in. Okay. What else do we need?
Next, an important thing to use, especially for your general fishing, is a good pair of scissors. So I don't know about Dean. I like this at the moment, but what I'll do is I'll use 2 pairs of scissors. So generally I'll have one cutting just your braid leaders and your nylon, and then I'll have a cheaper one just cutting your bait of your hooks.
Like that.
Especially us when we fish for sharks, all that cotton gets in the way. So I would generally then add a scissors in. It's a must have. You can't come to the beach without a scissors.
So obviously, guys, scissors come in different brands. We're not brand particular here, but my favorite pair of scissors actually on the market at the moment, Sensation. That's my favorite pair of braid scissors. I carry 1 pair of scissors, guys. I'm not as delicate as him, so I do go through a few pairs of scissors. But to me, that's my number 1 choice, guys. Good value for money, super good on the braid.
100%.
Okay, so our scissors go into our bag, guys. So we've got a knife, we've got a scissors. What else?
So for the guys that like to use chocker, and even the oaks that are just trying to beat their bait a little bit, a squid hammer, a tenderizer would be an option. As you can see, there's a couple different types. There's the aluminium, there's a stainless
steel,
and a little plastic. Look, the stainless are still of the best. It's got a much better cutting or beating surface, I should say,
harder and sharper,
with these little pointed needles on it. They are a bit pricey, but if you want to invest in something, these are of the best. But for your general oak that's not going to be fishing 5-6 days a week, as an example, there's nothing wrong with the aluminium ones
or the plastic,
or even the plastic one.
Well, I still to this day, as much as I fish, I use the plastic ones because I lose them. So
that is the thing.
I'm a bit lost cop, guys. So I throw them away more than should be, and then my mates that I come fishing with, I find them beating on the rocks and things with them, and definitely not good for your squid hammers, guys.
No, you don't want to do that with the expensive ones, rather than use a cheaper application. That also being said, a little trick, I see a lot of oaks, especially when heating like your cockles and stuff, tend to use the sharp parts. Use the flat edges for your 100%. Cockles and things like that. It just saves the edges on them.
You want those edges to be nice and sharp. So let's throw in our squid hammer. Okay, so our squid hammer's in, guys. We are almost ready to go fishing, sort of. Okay, guys, 2 I wouldn't say, to me, are they of utmost importance. You can go fishing without them. 2 items that I need to have in my fishing bag is a good pair of side cutters, guys. Even though I'm not doing knotted, I'm going to scratch for a little bluefish or a shad. I'm not fishing with wire. This is more for safety precautions, guys. You get a hook in the finger, you get a hook where you don't want it.
Yeah.
You need something cut.
It's a must-have for me.
So a good pair of side cutters is going to go a long way, guys. It's going to help you build your full metal jackets and your steel traces and things like that. But for the day you need it, there's an emergency, invest in a good pair of side cutters. Keep them in your bag.
100%.
You can keep them oiled up, wrap them in plastic so that they stay nice and
They
rust-free.
stay quite well protected if you take care of them. If you're not going to get them splashed in the water every single use, they'll last for a long time.
Correct. So a good pair of side cutters is essential, guys. And then something I also need to carry with me is a good set of long nose pliers, guys. Either offset or a straight pair of long nose pliers. That's more for hook removal on fish. If a fish is taking a hook down a bit deep.
And then some of the oaks that battle with like what we call the vermin species,
yes, your
baubles and things like that. Also some of your smaller shark species, if you don't have the proper hook remover, those work for your smaller stuff where you don't want to actually get your hands involved.
Into their mouths. So a lot of brands out there, guys. Listen, Mustard make, Sensational make, Boone are probably the industry leaders in it. They make probably the best quality stuff out there. So if you're looking for top quality stuff, look at Boone. Otherwise, a lot of the other manufacturing brands, they all bring out good stuff at decent prices, guys. So that pretty much takes care of our tool side of it. Oh, we need to throw this in our bag, Jared.
Throw one of those.
Okay, we need the side cutters, Mustard side cutters. I'm going to take the Boone just because I like them. And I think we're
sorted on this side of the table
tools
for now.
The tools are sorted, guys. Another thing that super handy, guys. My days we always had to carry a hard little plastic bucket around with you, collapsible bucket, guys.
Perfect to even fit into your cooler box when you're done with your fishing. Comes in handy. I hate not having one of these. So I'll normally have one of these and a rag or two.
Yeah.
You don't want to be biting up, and then sometimes you're in a rush, but it's always best to wash your hands off, wipe them off. Otherwise, you get your rods and your reels full of gunk and blood and stuff.
So this is going to save you some time. Instead of baiting up, running to the closest rock pool and washing your hands, you have some nice fresh water on hand all the time. And if you get down there too early and your bait's still a bit frozen, you can use a little defrost bucket. So let's pop that in there. So our bag's getting nice and full, guys. We're almost ready to go fishing.
So then the next thing that you would definitely need if you are taking fish home would be a scaler. This is the Mustard version. I know there's a couple. As of recently, I know Dean and them have been using this version and be quite happy with them.
Yeah. So listen, guys, we use this. We use the scaler. We've kept 1 or 2 fish over the last couple of months. We don't keep a lot of fish at all. But listen, we did take a fish home for the pan, as we are allowed to do. Hands down, the best scale I've used in my life, guys. I've never, listen, if you're going to spend the money, it's probably the cheapest scaler you're ever going to buy. I think 52.95, guys. Have a look at the scaler. Absolutely going to change your life. Doesn't look like much, but I promise you, get one of these. You're going to save a lot of fingernails and cut fingers.
You know what they say, dynamite comes in small packages.
That's it anyway. So let's throw that in the bag, guys. Our bag's doing well here. We still have lots of space.
Then a must-have. I know you guys did a video some time ago. Cotton.
Yeah.
How many oaks come onto the rocks that I know of, and they get there and they run out of cotton?
Yeah.
There's different thicknesses of cotton for your different applications. There's a couple different brands and different, like your dispensed versions. So you'll get your thin cotton. There's a medium. There's your thicker cotton. It all depends on what you're doing.
So if you want to look at the different applications of when to use thick cotton, check out our YouTube. Check out Untraceable on YouTube. We'd have a full video on what cotton to use for different aspects of fishing. Yeah. We'll give you a nice breakdown on that, guys. So cotton's a key. I like to carry one that I'm using. I always like to carry a spare because how often does a wave wash your cotton away?
Oh, I carry a few.
Or you think you've got 400 or 500 meters on you and you get 10 meters and you've got no cotton left to fish with. So
the oak next to you also tends to sometimes run out of cotton.
Make sure you always got a spare cotton, guys. Thickness of your choice, and the 2 best brands out there, hands down, Cotton Pro and Fish SA, definitely make the 2 best quality cottons that I know of. And I'll fish with both of them, good stuff. So I'm going to put 2 cottons in the bag, guys. Okay, so we've almost finished with the bait presentation side of it. One thing you do need to carry, I think is of vital importance, is some sort of foam, guys. You can either buy little nice cut pieces of foam at the fishing shop, or any foam you can get your hands on. Just make sure your foam's clean, free of chemicals and oils and things like that, where it's going to put the fish off. So flotation for your bait, another key vital importance, guys. It makes a big difference in fishing. So just a little piece of foam that'll probably last you a good couple of fishing trips, guys. Okay, so in the bag. Okay, Jared, now we're going to move on to
hooks.
Quite a hot topic, guys. Hooks. So if you open my fishing bag, I carry, it's quite bad, probably about 13 different hooks with me at all time. I don't need to, guys. That's just the way I am. I'm OCD. I like to have too many hooks in me. You can probably get away with, for edible fishing, 3 or 4 sizes of hooks, and I think it'll cover most of your. So, what did your choice of hook selection be, Jared?
Look, as you're saying there, so it depends on your application. So I'll base it basically on the day, and just throw in 1 or 2 extra.
Okay.
If I know I'm going specifically for edibles, I'll take a 1.0, maybe a 4.0, a 6.0, and an 8.0.
Okay.
I can cover your basic species in terms of your edibles.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're going to be targeting your sharks,
Then it's a
you're
different
going to
aspect,
use anything from a 7.0 up to like a 14.0.
Okay, so we're going to look at just a general selection of hooks. We're not talking about the guys going out to target sharks. This is pretty much not beginners, but someone that's new into fishing, just to show him. So the guys aren't going to be targeted big non-eds and things like that. So what I like to carry with me, if just in the standard everyday type of thing, when I'm not carrying all 13, I like a small little hook. My favorite little J hook is number 1 little Daiichi. That's the type of hook I'd be targeting my bluefish and blacktails and all that sort of thing on like that.
On the circle hook side of things.
Yeah, Jared's going to take his choice of a bluefish hook.
So at the moment, I've been using the Trident Kobu XT circles.
And you're loving them,
This is a number 1. Loving them at the moment. Don't rust very fast. Got a cob of 3 odd kilos on one of the other day fishing for bluefish, and it held up perfectly in the corner of the mouth.
Okay, guys, so listen, we're not brand specific here, it's just the personal hooks we like choosing. I know Jared loves the Trident hooks. I'll jump between the brands. So from then, the next size hook I'd fish with, guys, I also carry I'm going to put that with my little bluefish hook, the BKK Mitsu Circle Light. That'll be my circle hook of choice. Sometimes I use a J hook, sometimes I use a circle hook. See, I'm getting a bit too many hooks now already, guys.
Depends on, I find it depends on the application and how the fish are feeding. The J hook to circle hook story.
Okay, then my next choice of hooks, I jump up to a 4.0 from there, guys. So my 4.0 I don't use very, very often at all, guys. This is the type of hook, if there are some pig nose around, maybe there's some spotted grunter near the surf or things like that, or a bartman, or I find the cob are very small. Maybe you're catching a sub-sized cob, 40, 50 centimeters, up to 2 or 3 kilos. Then, and they're skittish, I'll move right down to number 4.0, Mitsu Circle Light once again.
So mine then would also be in the Trident or 4.0. I find I like a 4.0 in your general fishing. As you said,
it's a nice all-round hook.
Something I use because you can catch a bit of everything on it. I've caught your large blacktail on them, your smaller carp, your younger silvers, and your black mussel cracker. So that is a hook size that I keep in my
box. Nice all-round hook size. I agree with you.
For me, you can catch a bit of everything on it, eh?
Yeah. Okay, guys. So move on to there. I'll move on to a specific hook. This is more shad fishing hook, guys. This is my.
Those are stunning.
This is my new go-to shad hook, guys. Those of you know me, shad fishing is one of my favorites. I've tried almost every single hook out there. Listen, there's some phenomenal hooks. Mustard make what we call their smacks. One of my favorite shad hooks. BKKs, bait holders, fantastic hooks. VMC are the ones I'm trying at the moment. Super impressed with them, guys. One thing when you are looking for a shad hook, going a bit off topic here, you want something with super sharp point, heavy offset, and a super thin gauge, guys.
Yeah,
and a long shank.
So in this case, the hook Dean's talking about is the VMC. It's called the needle point. You'll see in your other brands, they'll be referred to as a Viking hook.
Correct.
Also my preference of choice in that shape for the shad.
Yeah. So that I'll take a 5.0 there, guys, and a J hook. So shad's pretty much the only fish I fish with a J hook, shad or bluefish. And then moving on from there, my last hook of size, guys, would be, as all of you know, if any of you know me by now, BKK inline circles, my everyday hook, guys. If I'm going fishing to start, this is the hook I start with.
Yeah. Your big carp, your
black steam
russ, your flatfish, your black steam russ. For me, I like that size as well, a 7.0 or 8.0. Even for like your lighter, not your light, like your smaller shark species, maybe you're tying a bark trace,
things
you're
like
putting a small mackerel head or something.
Okay, guys, so that's pretty much run through our hook sizes. I know Jared pretty much, I think he's taking the 7.0 as well. So obviously I'm fishing with some of the more premium brands out there, guys. I'm fortunate enough to be able to do that. There are brands that come at a lot more value for money. Your landed hooks like that. So just use this as not what hook I'm using, brand specific.
Go by the sizing,
This is the size I'm
basically.
using. So if your budget allows you to fish with the landed, which are brilliant hooks, fish with the landed, guys.
Yeah.
Or if your budget allows you to fish with owner hooks, which are double or triple the price of some of these hooks, please go ahead and fish with the owner hooks. I would love to fish with them, but this is about as much as I can afford to fish with. But these are all phenomenal brands of hooks. All these hooks we've got on the table. So find your favorite hook and let us know what your favorite hook is. Let me know what your favorite hook is. Maybe you fish with something totally different and you can teach us something new.
Yeah.
And then obviously, moving on from there, swivel, guys. I carry 3 different sizes of swivels with me. There's no reason to, I promise you that. I think a number 1 power swivel or number 1 swivel is all you need. You can get away with all your fishing with a number 1 swivel, guys.
Yes.
So keep it simple. So I'm gonna simplify things here, guys. So I'm gonna take my packet of swivels. I'm gonna take a 1/0 circle. I'm gonna take a 4/0 circle. I'm not gonna worry about shad season now, guys. It's not shad season. So I've got 3 different size hooks and a packet of swivels. I can fish for anything in the sea.
Yeah.
100%. So that's in the bag.
I'm similar to Dean. I will, for myself, add in a combi swivel. I'll generally prefer these if I'm fishing for bluefish, and even if you're making a fixed trace for your
100%,
cob.
yes, yeah.
So on top of what Dean's added, I will definitely add in a combi swivel. Your 3x4 or your 1x2 for me is the preferred size. You can catch anything from your small blacktails right up to a big cob on it.
Okay, guys, and
throw
then
that in the
we'll
bag.
throw it in the bag. That's going because Jared and I are going fishing after this. Okay, guys. So last but not least, tackle tray, guys, organizer. Obviously, they come in different sizes and shapes. I think something nice to put your swivels. Listen, I don't like putting my hooks in here because the salt air gets onto your hook and starts rusting your hooks. I keep my hooks in my packet. But just for your general beads, swivels, it's going to go a long way, guys. If you've got a spare little something, a cable tie, get yourself a nice little organizer, whatever size you need.
There's nothing worse for me than trying to open your box and look for something and it's all
over the place.
mekaar and you're battling to find it. You want to be as quick as possible when you are fishing, when the fish are on the bite. You need to know everything is in the place where it belongs.
Organized.
Yes.
Okay, guys, and then last but not least, leader line. When you're going to tie your hook snoots, your leaders, and your sinker snoots, I can get away with carrying 3 sizes, guys. I carry more, obviously, because specific things. But I think 3 sizes I like to fish with is a 0.45 for my sinker snoots. If I'm fishing lighter, I'll fish a 0.55 or 0.6 for my hook snoots, and then up to a 0.7, guys. So general rule of thumb, I'll carry a 0.45, a 0.55, and a 0.7, guys. Those are the 3 that I know I can go fishing with quite comfortably and catch anything in the sea with it.
I fish a little bit heavier than that. So I'll fish a 0.5, 0.6, and a 0.7. But similar to your application, it's just that I found that when I scratch, I know you will scale down. You'll maybe fish a 3-ounce sinker. Generally, I don't fish much under a 4-ounce.
Yeah, so you can't get away with the 0.45. You're going to snap off.
So for me, the 0.5, 0.6, and 0.7 is perfect. And you can do everything with that.
Yeah. So I think those are the 3. So if you're looking at a 0.5, a 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, I think you get away with most fishing applications, edible fishing applications, guys. So you don't have to spend too many hundreds of rand. If you want to go down to 2 spools, grab a 0.5, grab a 0.7, and go from there and see how it goes from there, guys.
That being said, there have been many big fish landed on the lighter tackle.
0.5, 100%.
Beautiful silvers over the last good couple of years on the lighter 0.5.
Okay, guys, and then last but not least, sorry, it is actually last. That was last. This is least. The most important thing, guys, if you are going to be eating or fishing to keep a fish to eat, make sure you have an adequate measurement tool. You don't have to have something as fancy as this. Even a general tape measure. Please make sure you stick to the limits. Fish are of legal size, guys.
Yeah.
We do endorse catch and release as much as possible, but we do know that everyone is in their right to keep a fish to eat now and again. So obviously Bulmoria make these beautiful weigh mats, measuring mats, but a general tape measure or ruler, just make sure you know your limits. If you're not sure your limits, have a look online. It's all available to all the anglers out there. So anyway, guys, I hope that gives you a quick breakdown. If you are new into the world of fishing, or just want to minimize your tackle slightly, like I should probably do, and not carry 30 kilos around with me, minimize, go simple, and you'll probably be a lot more productive. So anyway, guys, from Jared from Bulmoria and Dean from Untraceable Fishing, thanks for joining us this week. Jared, thanks very much for your insight.
Hundreds. Glad to be here.
See you all next week. Cheers.
Cheers.